Sci-fi fans, 2026 is shaping up to be one of the most exciting years ever, packed with massive films pushing storytelling, visuals, and imagination to completely new levels. Number 5 is Project Hail Mary 2026, directed by Phil Lord and Christopher Miller and starring Ryan Gosling. Based on the novel by Andy Weir, this story throws us straight into one of the most intense survival scenarios imaginable. A man wakes up alone in space with no memory of who he is or how he got there. Slowly, he realizes he's not just on a mission, he is the mission. Earth is in danger from a mysterious cosmic threat, and he might be the only one capable of stopping it. That premise alone is already gripping, but what really makes this stand out is the emotional angle. This isn't just about science and space, it's about isolation, fear, and responsibility. Imagine being millions of miles away from Earth, knowing that if you fail, humanity ends. That pressure is something most films don't fully explore, but if this adaptation stays true to the book, it's going to hit hard. Personally, I love when sci-fi mixes intelligence with emotion. The Martian did it perfectly, making science feel exciting and human at the same time. If Project Hail Mary captures that same energy but adds deeper emotional stakes, we could be looking at something really special. And let's talk about Ryan Gosling for a second. He's not the loud, over-the-top type of actor. He brings a quiet intensity, which fits this role perfectly. You need someone who can carry a film mostly alone and still keep you engaged, and Gosling can do that. Early reactions already calling it a Film of the Year contender? That's a big statement, but honestly, I can see why. This feels like the kind of movie that sneaks up on you and ends up being unforgettable. Number 4 is The Mandalorian and Grogu 2026, directed by Jon Favreau. This is a major moment because Star Wars is finally returning to cinemas after spending years building stories on streaming. We're following Din Djarin and Grogu again, and their relationship is really the heart of this entire story. It's not just about missions or battles, it's about connection. A hardened warrior learning to care, and a child discovering a dangerous galaxy. That's what made the series so popular. It wasn't trying too hard to be massive, it focused on simple, emotional storytelling. But now that it's moving to the big screen, expectations are higher. This film needs to feel bigger. The stakes need to rise. The galaxy needs to feel more alive and more dangerous than ever before. And honestly, I think it will. Jon Favreau understands this world. He knows how to balance action, humor, and heart. If he leans into what made the show great while expanding the scale, this could easily become one of the best modern Star Wars movies. And let's be real, Grogu alone is a global icon at this point. But beyond the cuteness, there's something deeper. His story is about identity, power, and belonging. If the movie explores that more, it could add real weight to the adventure. Number 3 is Dune Part 3, 2026, directed by Denis Villeneuve. This is the final chapter in what many people already consider one of the greatest sci-fi trilogies ever made. Based on Dune Messiah, this part shifts the story in a bold direction. Paul Atreides is no longer just rising, he's dealing with the consequences of everything he's become. And that's what makes Dune different. It doesn't follow the typical chosen one saves the world formula. Instead, it asks, what happens after? What happens when power changes you? This final chapter is expected to be darker, more complex, and more emotional. And honestly, that's exactly what the story needs. Denis Villeneuve has created a world that feels real in every sense, from the sound design to the cinematography. Watching Dune isn't just entertainment, it's an experience. And I think this last film will be the most impactful, not because of action or visuals, but because of its message. It's about leadership, sacrifice, and the cost of destiny. If they stick the landing, this could go down as one of the most complete trilogies in film history. Number 2 is Supergirl, 2026, directed by Craig Gillespie. Now, this one is interesting because it represents a fresh start for DC. This isn't the Supergirl people are used to. This version is expected to be more intense, more emotional, and shaped by a much harsher background. Instead of growing up in a safe environment, she's experienced loss, destruction, and survival from a young age. That changes a person. It makes them stronger, but also more complicated. And that's what I'm looking forward to. A superhero story that feels human. The DC universe has been trying to find its identity, and this reboot could be a big step in the right direction. If they focus on character instead of just spectacle, this film could really stand out. Because at this point, audiences want more than just powers and explosions. They want stories that connect, characters that feel real, and Supergirl has the potential to deliver exactly that. Number 1 is Avatar 3: Fire and Ash, 2026, directed by James Cameron. And honestly, this isn't just a movie, it's an event. Every time James Cameron releases an Avatar film, it changes something in cinema. The visuals, the technology, the scale, it always pushes boundaries. But what makes this one even more exciting is the tone. The title Fire and Ash already suggests something darker, more intense, less peaceful than what we've seen before. We're returning to Pandora, but this time we'll see new Na'vi clans, new environments, and possibly new conflicts that reshape the entire story. And that's important, because while the first 2 films focused heavily on visuals and world building, this third one needs to go deeper emotionally. We need stronger stakes, bigger consequences, more complex characters. And if there's one thing Cameron understands, it's how to evolve a story. He doesn't just repeat formulas, he builds on them. I'm expecting this film to surprise people, not just visually, but narratively. Because at the end of the day, the reason people come back isn't just for the world, it's for the story within it. Looking at all 5 of these films together, it's clear that 2026 isn't just another year for sci-fi, it's a defining one. You've got deeply personal survival stories, massive franchise returns, philosophical epics, superhero reinventions, and groundbreaking cinematic experiences all coming together. Each film offers something different, something unique, and that's what makes this lineup so exciting. It's not repetitive, it's not safe, it's pushing boundaries in different ways. If even a few of these movies deliver on their potential, we're going to be talking about 2026 for a long time. Because this isn't just about entertainment, it's about storytelling evolving. And sci-fi has always been the genre that dares to imagine more. 2026 looks like the year it actually delivers on that promise in ways audiences will remember, debate, and revisit for many years to come ahead.